after about a year of working on solos, I discovered that a lot of the really clean, pretty solos that I heard was literally in the front or the neck pickup. And what it does is it takes a little bit of the attack off the pick when you're picking up and down scales, and gives it a much more fluid sound. I'll give you an example. I'm going to do something very similar to what we were doing a minute ago in E minor. But instead of doing a pentatonic minor, I'm going to actually add in the other notes to make it the true minor. And basically the form would look something like this, so don't get too confused on it, but it's... This is it on the bridge, or I'm sorry, on the neck pickup versus the bridge pickup. Yeah, you can hear the difference in it. It's not as harsh. The pick's not as harsh. It's got more of a singing tone to it. So once I learned that, I was kind of excited, because instead of having something that sounded like this, it sounds like this. It's had a lot more of the tone that I really like as far as the fast picking. It also makes some of just the hammer-on runs that we can do when we're playing leads just sound a lot smoother. Versus, now this will have a little bit more of a rock sound to it, which is great. But in the background, if we're doing some subtle thing, it just sounds a lot more liquid. So. Other simple things we can do, and I kind of already went over the pinch harmonics on another lesson, so if you need to learn more about them, but just in the pentatonic minor, if you already know how to do pinch harmonics, it can add a lot to it. So let's kind of bring a lot of these elements together. Let's say we can only use these 5 notes. What I'm incorporating now is palm muting, which is where I lightly lay my hand right here over the very end of the string so they don't just ring when I hit them. So if I were not to do palm muting, this is what a solo would sound like. Of use for that, but a lot of times we want a little bit more control than that. So with palm muting, it's going to be. This is my hand just kind of coming off on it. If you have a note that you want to ring, you just unpalm mute it. The other thing we're going to incorporate are some pinch harmonics. So. So if we add these things, plus maybe a couple of hammer-ons and pull-offs, just with a few notes, we can have a kind of fun solo. So just bear with me for a second. Imagine we've got something like this going on in the background. didn't make a whole lot of sense, but it was fun for me. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. But basically, this is when I was first really learning how to play leads. I would sit and just find a song, figure out what key it was in, and I would sit and just do this song after song after song until I started to get kind of a feel for it and a kind of an idea of what notes I should go to for certain chords that were going on in the background. What I learned is the more I started playing solos over other people's songs, that pretty much all of the songs at some point they start becoming the same to you as far as chord progressions. You kind of get a sixth sense for what chord's about to come up, because there's only so many chords we can use, and it just becomes kind of natural. And but it just takes some time and getting familiar with it. So hope this helps, and keep practicing. Thanks.